Good morning. I'm going to try to do this quickly. Thank you for joining me. This is Marie with Thermal Horse Sense, and I'm trying to demonstrate why we need to cover sunstruck glass, and I am pointing this camera right at a east-facing sunstruck sliding door in my house. It is June 5th at 9:33 in the morning. My home thermostat is set at 72 degrees, very comfortable. But this is my hot room, and here is one of the wonderful spare thermostats that a very kind AC repair place gave me. And I'm going to show that, yes, okay, my house thermostat is set at 72. This, of course, is just acting like a dry bulb thermometer. And I just set that here in this room for this purpose. It's 75 degrees. But wow, it certainly feels more than 3 degrees hotter. Why? Because what we're really talking about is radiant heat and not air temperature heat. There's a huge difference. And that difference matters a lot when we're also talking about why sunstruck glass is bad. This is also a fine thing I have from Harbor Freight. It is an infrared thermometer. It basically measures surface temperature, and it has a little bit of a problem with me showing the screen clearly. It shows, see, the C is centigrade, there's Fahrenheit, and if you could see it, there's a little red dot on this meter. There's actually a smaller one that does not show the red infrared dot. Should be able to see it. Oh, there it is. There it is. There's a few little things about running one of even these low-tech, high-tech instruments. How perpendicular you are gives a better reading, and how close and far, because it's sort of a cone. But I'm urging in this video that people consider getting one of these and playing around with it, because it's not playing, it's really teaching an important lesson in a way you can't really know any other way. So, really quickly, because I've tried to show this so many times, I'm learning about how to YouTube. My teenagers could do it so much better. I thank you for your patience. Okay, so this is the surface temperature of the inside of this sunstruck glass. I want you to have a good look at it. Yes, friends. That's 118, 119. AC techs, you might notice, have these. Down in the lower right-hand corner, it will keep a record of the highest temperature I hit. And as you see, 120 degrees. So there is a large object in my bedroom that is a surface temperature that's hitting at 120 degrees. Now again, that little red spot, now you don't really want to reflect it, because you don't want that red spot in your eye. Okay, so you can't really give this to kids, because a kid will turn around and put it in their friend's eye, and that's not good for them. There's actually a cheaper little one that does not have the red dot, and I highly recommend, 126, because this is my wool rug. Now, here's the thing. Your body responds to radiation heat more than air temperature heat, radiant heat. Okay, and see, even this rug, this wool rug, wow, that's hot. There's a little bit of technique if you want to be technical, but this is a down and dirty video, right? And what's even down and dirtier is when you do it yourself, which is really what I'm urging. So again, this is an east-facing window. I'm in Mesa, Arizona. It's 9:32 on a June morning. And this is what happens when my glass is sunstruck. Now, you'll see I have some thermal curtains, right? Yeah, let's take a spot of, there's my red spot. That's still 110 degrees. Okay, watch this. This should be spectacular. What happens when I get behind this curtain? Okay, so that curtain is not keeping out the heat. 127, and I'm even hitting this obliquely, right? What I'm wanting to show here is that the glass is generating the heat. Now here, really quick, if we're making this video too long, it won't load to YouTube. And I can't break it either. Now, this is double pane glass, by the way. It's old. Here's my favorite part. Alright. Oh, come on, friend. I gotta get back out. It always wants to pop. 110 degrees on the outside, 109 degrees on the outside, 112, 113. Alright, I'm outside, see? Outside. Okay, 112. Okay. Now I'm going to go around to the inside. Going around to the inside. $116. Right, 117, 118. So my friends, what I'm showing you, and this is the test I want you to do yourself. You know what, you don't even need this meter. You could even do it with your hands. You could take your hand to sunstruck glass, feel it on the inside, feel it on the outside, and you could palpably feel that it's hotter on the inside. Why is that? Okay. It's because the light energy going through a medium is changing the wavelength of the radiant energy to one that is heat and not light, right? I could do this still, and it will radiantly protect me some, but we've generated heat. So that is actually the greenhouse effect in my home. It's putting a burden on my air conditioner. Let's see. Oh yeah, so my little thermostat. Sure, this room is now measuring an air temperature of 81 as opposed to the 72 that my one thermostat in the other room is reading. So it's a little uncomfortable. But what is really uncomfortable is the fact that my body gains heat radiantly more than it does through air temperature changes. And I've got temperatures almost, way past 110. Now you could have a better meter. Firefighters have them. Your auditors, there's really cool things that pop on your camera that show up like rainbows. But what's really interesting, actually, is to look around. Let's look at the ceiling in this room. Yeah, there's that spot. Can you see it? Okay. It's the surface temperatures all around in the room. This is also why SRP would recommend that you pre-cool your house. It's not to capture a whole bunch of cold air. It's actually to cool the surfaces in your home. Okay? And some surfaces will cool better than others. And some surfaces, like this dark color wool rug next to the sunstruck. Now, some will say, oh, you're going to hurt your wool rug because it's going to fade in that sun. Yes, it will. Poor rug. But what about me? That's gaining heat. All that heat goes on to me. So radiant cooling, radiant heating is going on. And this fine thing can help us understand that ourselves and take control. The best thing in the world to do is to cover that glass from the outside. And we're going to take some shots that show how we can stop the process of turning our glazing into solar heaters or greenhouse effect creators in our own home, because that's a terrific burden on our bodies and on the grid and on our power bill, etc. So thank you for spending your time. I hope you'll consider this, and I hope you'll comment. Thank you.